Hello, I'm Megan Perryman. I am a teacher and a parent, and I'm one of the founders of Let Toys Be Toys. Let Toys Be Toys is a volunteer-led campaign that challenges gender stereotypes in childhood. We started the campaign in 2012 because we were seeing an increase in gendered marketing aimed at children, and it was very different to the world in which we grew up in. We were seeing much more of an assumption that boys and girls are fundamentally different and require fundamentally different things, where our own experience of children was that boys and girls are more alike than they are different. We started off by challenging stereotypes within retail, and so we looked at the way that toys are marketed, and we worked with retailers to ensure they weren't explicitly marketing toys towards boys or girls. And then we also worked with the publishing industry. We worked with some education settings, and we also launched our Toy Mark scheme, which celebrates good practice in retail. In 2015, we conducted a survey of advertising aimed at children, and the findings were really interesting. We found that there were no adverts for baby dolls or fashion dolls that featured boys, even though we know that boys play with dolls, and we only found one vehicle ad that featured a girl, even though we know that girls play with cars, and we absolutely know that both adult men and women drive cars. Perhaps the most shocking thing was the language. So in the adverts aimed at girls, there were words like magic, princess, hair, beautiful, and friendship. So words to do with looking beautiful and to being there to look beautiful for others. And interestingly, that word friendship, which we didn't really find in the boys' adverts, which used words like battle, control, adventure, action. So it was all about the boys being in control, having an active role, but interestingly, not working with others. We didn't see that word friendship. Each of these instances seems quite small in itself, but the result is this drip effect of lots and lots of gendered messages that boys and girls are constantly hearing throughout their childhood. And all of that does make an impact. We know that it's really important that children develop in a rounded way, that they're able to explore different ideas, that they're able to try out different elements of their personality. And it's so important that their gender isn't something that holds them back on this. It's important that they see themselves represented, and it's important that they feel that they can be anybody they want to be when they're playing and when they grow up. We know that bullying can be an issue for children who don't conform to stereotypes, and we know that the world around us can add to that and present an idea of what is and what isn't normal. And we also know that there are long-term effects of this. We know that we live in a highly gendered world, and a lot of these stereotypes that we see as adults start their journey in childhood. Just a word about unconscious bias. It's actually really rare nowadays to meet someone who's got very outspoken views on boys and girls being fundamentally different. But what we do see a lot of is people's unconscious biases, those ideas that have been formed sometimes from children's media in their own childhoods about what a boy is and what a girl is. And those ideas can stay with us throughout our lives. So it's things like when we picture a scientist, we tend to picture a white man. It's those kinds of ideas that we tend to see a group of 5 boys and 2 girls in the media as a mixed group, but 3 boys and 3 girls is often perceived as having too many girls, that the girls have taken over. And the ideas can be self-perpetuating. So if we repeatedly tell girls that they should like princesses, that that's a thing that a girl should like, then they'll say they like princesses. They want to please, they want to give the right answer. And this is one of the reasons why focus groups with children can be problematic, because they're not always giving the true answer. They're often giving the answer that they think the adult wants to hear. So at Let Toys Be Toys, we've put together just 4 asks for children's media. Our first one is to show mixed groups playing together. And that's a truly mixed group, not one token girl, but with a range of personality types across the genders, and showing them playing together and collaborating and working together. Our second is to have positive and equal interactions between male and female characters. So roughly the same amount of screen time, looking at how many lines characters of different genders have. Our third is to avoid stereotyped motifs. So this might be a girl who always wears her tiara, or the boy who always rides his bike. And to steer clear of dated, stereotyped interactions and language. So words such as tomboy or phrases like man up or you throw like a girl are all seen as quite dated nowadays. And just one final word on licensing. What we often see is content that's really inclusive and then the merchandising isn't. We hear so many children who are devastated that their favourite character isn't on the boy underpants, or they can't find all of the characters together on a backpack. And it's something that children notice. If they enjoy the content, they enjoy all the characters. They want to see all the characters together. Thanks for joining us. Here are our contact details if you want to find out more.